Here's a disappointing look into the private life of Elvis Presley, the artist who captured the hearts of many with his title as the King of Rock and Roll. In addition to earning the title, the King of Rock and Roll, Elvis Presley also stole the hearts of many women. But a closer look at his private life reveals that he was also the king of exploiting young people for sex and treating women like shit. Elvis was born in Mississippi on January 8, 1935. He was said to love singing in church. His professional music career didn't start until 1954. Before that, he was a truck driver. His #1 hit, Heartbreak Hotel, was released in 1956, and he quickly became a star with seemingly endless potential ahead of him. Elvis was everywhere and always had a legion of fans screaming around him to greet him. While on tour, however, Elvis's focus was not on music. Instead, he seemed to care more about exploiting the admiration of underage girls. Joel Williamson wrote about Elvis's life, including his time with teenagers, in his book Elvis Presley, A Southern Life. Williamson wrote that while on tour, Elvis was with a group of 3 14-year-old girls who had pillow fights, tickled, wrestled, and kissed Elvis, who was 22 at the time. Williamson also detailed an incident in which Elvis slept with a fan while performing at his weekly show in Louisiana in 1954. The condom ripped during intercourse, and not knowing what to do, Elvis asked his friends on tour how to proceed, but they had no advice. After his 15-year-old girlfriend Dixie Locke, whom he liked to dress in clothes of his own choosing, Elvis finally found a 14-year-old girl to commit to him. Priscilla, Elvis's first and only wife, met him in 1959 while serving in the military in Germany. The two dated for 6 months before Elvis returned to the USA. In her memoir, Elvis and Me, Priscilla writes that Elvis did everything but have penetrative sex with her that first night they spent together and until they married. It was as if Priscilla's virginity was something that Elvis strangely and fiercely needed to protect, Williamson writes in her book. However, claims that Elvis and Priscilla did not have penetrative sex until their wedding night are disputed, notably by Suzanne Finstad, author of the Priscilla Presley biography, Child Bride, Suzanne Finstad. After they were married, the two eventually tied the knot in 1967. Elvis would bring other women into their bedroom and watch and film his wife with them, sometimes joining them. Whether Priscilla enjoyed this is not documented. According to Williamson, he also installed a 2-way mirror in the Palm Springs home, where he lived with Priscilla, so that he could spy on couples having sex there at lavish parties with his showgirls. According to journalist Alana Nash's book, Baby Let's Play House, when Priscilla gave birth to the couple's only child, Lisa Marie, in 1968, Elvis stopped having sex with her almost completely. According to the book, Priscilla wrote in her memoirs that Elvis told me before we got married that he could never make love to a woman who had a child. Priscilla eventually cheated on Elvis and, according to her book, told him about her affair. She writes that Elvis grabbed her and made forced love to her, saying, "This is how a real man makes love to his woman." The two separated in 1972 and divorced a year later. 2 years after that, Elvis pursued another 14-year-old girl named Rieka Smith. According to Nash, Smith claims that Elvis did not take advantage of her during their 6-month relationship. In failing health, Elvis couldn't help falling in love once again with a 21-year-old former beauty queen named Ginger Alden. The two became engaged and lived together at Graceland, where Elvis's behavior worsened. In her memoir, Elvis and Ginger, Alden writes about Elvis's abuse. Some of it related to the guns he kept in the house. According to one story, Alden tells, Elvis had a yogurt attack and asked her to bring him more yogurt. Alden says he told her, "I don't think you need any more yogurt." They both fell asleep, and Alden was awakened by the sound of him firing his .57 Magnum pistol in their bedroom. The bullet hit just above their headboard. Elvis described it as remarkable. According to Albert Goldman's 1981 biography, Elvis's career, and ultimately his life, ended with a drug addiction that left him so incontinent that he had to wear diapers. In 1977, at the age of 42, he was found dead in a toilet. Despite his sexual abuse of children, physical abuse, and dangerous decisions, his fans still insist that he was a God-fearing Southern gentleman who was led astray by drugs.